come with me to Holiday Matsuri, which is the only holiday-themed convention that I am aware of in Orlando, Florida. So this year, I decided to do things a little differently. I want to compete in the Winter Cosplay Championship at Holmat, which actually consists of 5 different contests all at once, and you can compete simultaneously for multiple competitions. This is a high-caliber contest where the best of the best battle out for international contests, including the Norwegian Cosplay Championship, the World Cosplay Summit. There's also one craftsmanship walk-on contest that is Holmat exclusive, but the winners do get international trips. It's the Holmat Cultural Exchange. I don't typically do any sort of performance. An international cosplay contest always have performances. Spur of the moment, September, applications opened, and I decided, you know what? I actually do want to do a performance for next year, 2026. So let me go through the experience of competing at Holiday Matsuri so that I can understand what it is like to compete in a international cosplay contest. How is it set up? How is it ran? How do you actually compete in multiple contests all at once? So that is what I did. And let me tell you, it was one of the most well-ran cosplay contests I have ever competed in. Now, I knew whenever I applied that I had very little chance of winning because I decided to compete with Rumi from K-Pop Demon Hunters because I was in the process of making her just for fun and thought, why not? She's great for a masquerade performance, but I just absolutely did not have that in me on such a short notice. So I'm like, I'll just do the craftsmanship walk-on solo. She's very simple. Well, simple is kind of the wrong word, but she's actually kind of complex, and I'm very proud of the craftsmanship that I put into it and how well I pulled her off, but there are far bigger players here at Holiday Matsuri. So whenever I actually got accepted, I was incredibly surprised because honestly, I thought Rumi was too simple to be accepted, but I was accepted, and then I put my all into completing Rumi on time. So I arrived at the Hilton the night before, Wednesday night, because prejudging actually took place on Thursday, which is the night before the con actually starts. The con starts on Friday. So Thursday, I actually worked from the hotel, had this amazing chicken and brioche at the hotel restaurant, and then it was time for me to start getting ready for Rumi. My prejudging was at 5:45 in the evening, so it worked out really well to do a full day of work and then do this after work. I was incredibly proud of getting this wig on. I think I actually tilted it a little too far forward, so a lot of my hair is showing underneath, but it's my first time properly applying a lace front wig, so super proud of that. And I'm also really proud of how the wig turned out because that was a beast to do. The Hilton is actually the farthest hotel that's attached to the convention center. It's the farthest hotel from where Holmat actually is. It's a 15 to 20 minute walk, and I am a fast walker, and it is a lot, especially with this incredibly heavy wig that I had to keep draped over my shoulder most of the time so that it did not give me a migraine. Please ignore my hair that is showing, but it is what it is. I'll have to add some more hair to the back of that wig to help cover up my hairline. But anyway, I'm very proud of how my Rumi turned out. I think she was comfortable. It's incredibly accurate with a few embellishes because I couldn't help myself, and it's incredibly comfortable to wear. I was really surprised. So one more tidbit about this contest is you actually have to turn in your build book in advance of the competition. A digital copy is submitted like a week or 2 before the competition, and they review it before you even get into prejudging. That was incredibly stressful because there was so much more I needed to do by the time that deadline approached. So I did a lot after I submitted my build book. I did what I could to include everything. And the sad thing is I had her sword going, but it did not work out, and I fully intended to make my boots, but I just completely ran out of time. But honestly, Rumi is probably a competition piece at the right con, but I knew going into this that I absolutely had 0 chance because I was going to be surrounded by master level cosplayers in more elaborate builds than my little Rumi build, but I'm still very proud of how she turned out. So after prejudging, which was only 3 minutes, and there were 5 judges, which was incredibly intimidating. So after prejudging, I had a celebratory spicy margarita, some delicious dessert I definitely shouldn't have eaten, and then it was time to go to bed and prepare for Friday. It is the official first day of Holmat, and you guys are getting makeup free. Just woke up, Diane, because I couldn't be bothered to put on makeup just yet or get ready, and I wanted to show you the really beautiful view. I just think they have a gorgeous pool, and this I don't think is utilized enough at Holmat. Everyone loves like the pool over by the Hyatt with the rocks, but I think there's some potential over here for some beautiful photo shoots, but we've got a glorious sunrise and it is time to start getting ready for the convention. On top of getting ready for the actual convention, I have a mandatory all contestant meeting today at 11:30. So it's 8. I got up a bit early. Could have slept in later, but whatever. I'm gonna go try and figure out some breakfast and head on over there probably around 10 just to check out the con layout a little bit more before I need to go to that. I don't think I'm competing today. I think I'm competing tomorrow. It's a little unclear, but I'm deducing from the schedule that since the walk-on rehearsals are tomorrow, we're competing tomorrow. I think I get to sort of relax and just enjoy Holmat, and which is awesome because if I was competing today, it would be kind of like it would consume my entire convention experience. If I was doing some sort of performance, there's rehearsals at 9 a.m. Then there's this mandatory 11:30 meeting, and then the actual competition is from 5 to 8 tonight, and then tomorrow the competition is from 5 to 8 in the award ceremony. So if you think about it and you're doing a performance, I mean, that's a lot of time, or at least it is my pick. So I would want to go to both. I guess you don't have to go to both. You could skip out and just go to the award ceremony. Or like if I didn't want to see the contest tonight, I don't think I have to go, but I really want to. I want to see all my fellow competitors, so it'll be really cool. I've only watched the Holiday Matsuri competition once. I didn't even get to watch all of it, and that was last year, so I'm really excited to see it. I'm kind of rambling. I'm very tired. Rumi's comfortable, except the boots gave me, I think, a blister, so I need to figure that out. But the shorts are comfortable, the top's comfortable, and the jacket is very comfortable. I was very surprised, but the wig is heavy. So I have a bit of neck pain from yesterday, and I don't think there's any getting around it. So my thing with the wig is to keep it draped over my shoulder as long as possible, and then when I walk the stage, I'll let the braid hang down my back, which is fine. And then I'm going to try to not let any bobby pins stab me in my head like they did yesterday, because that, with the weight of the wig, was incredibly painful, and I'm going to be in that wig for like 6 hours. So that's the overall plan, but today let's check out the convention and get a little more behind the scenes on what it's like to compete here at Holiday Matsuri. Friday, I had some leftover brioche French toast and got ready for my day. I wanted to check out the con before it fully opened. I know that the game room was open at 10 a.m., so that is what we did, and I finally got to play this train simulator that I've seen every year and never actually gotten to experience. This was way harder than it looked, probably because I do not read or speak Japanese, and it was a bit difficult to get the hang of. I really enjoyed playing it, and honestly, this was the only time I really hit the game room. I was incredibly tired all weekend, and little did I know that I was coming down with some sort of cold, because by the end of the convention come Monday, I was not feeling well. So I don't know if con crud hit me early or what, but that was rough. After checking out the game hall and some of the Christmas decorations, I went to the mandatory meeting, learned all about the contests and the rehearsal schedules, and then went and explored the vendor hall. In the vendor hall, we got to see the very cool trucks and cars that were decorated. This car I thought was a derpy car, but it was not. It was just really cool painted. And then we walked around more of the vendor hall. Holmat feels like it's getting bigger in the vendor hall, which is very exciting to see, because last year it just felt too small for the hall, but now it felt pretty decent. I also found this quest board where some of the vendors put quests up that you could fulfill, and I took this one for Meowit's Mari, which was bring her fries and ketchup. So once I had acquired the fries, I took them to her booth where she actually gave me a really fun sticker. And of course got my obligatory chili cheese dog, which looks horrible but still tastes pretty good. I also ran across this last unicorn car, which I missed the first time walking through. And then I finally got to walk by the cosplay display. These are all competitors, I should say winners, from last year's Holiday Matsuri. Absolutely amazing. And look at this gold work. This is absolute perfection. And then I decided to do something that I've always wanted to do, and that is do the gashapon machines. So I got some coins from the booth, got a couple of prizes, which I'll show you later because it was way too busy to record here. And after spending some time in the vendor hall, it was time for the costume contest. I'm not going to post the full recording. I just did not have the phone space to do that, but here are some of the competitors and a brief glimpse of their cosplays. First day was just for performance, and craftsmanship walk-ons were the next day.
You saved the tieflings and the gnomes, but what about me? I will be an asset to you as you defeat the Absolute. Honestly, I was told I would get more screen time in this game. Whatever happened to my part? 'Twas exciting at the start. Now we're halfway through Act 2. I've had nothing yet to do. I've been off screen for far too long. It's ages since I've had a song. This is one unhappy diva. The producers are deceivers. There is nothing I can sing from my heart. Whatever happened to my part? I'm sick of my career, always stuck in second gear, up to here, with frustrations and with fears. I've no Grammys, no awards, I've no BAFTA awards. I'm constantly replaced by Britney Spears. Britney Spears! Whatever happened to my show? Am I the drama? I don't know. I may have played a heartless witch, but that is what is in the script. I swear I would not kill for fun. I'm much more talented than anyone. Leaving out their biggest star, Lorian has gone much too far. It seems to me they've left me in the dark. Whatever happened to my corporation? Damn it! Whatever happened to mine? Not yours! Oh, not yours, but mine.
the hotel room and went to bed because tomorrow was the big day. Here I am getting ready with my K-pop Demon Hunter makeup. By the way, still can't figure out proper eyeliner for that on my deeply hooded eyes. But here's a fun look at the mohawk I give myself with buns to help keep the wig in place. And then I applied the glue way too low on my forehead and then struggled to get the lace on, so it definitely did not lay properly. But here I am in the green room in Rumi, very proud of what I made and very proud of being confident enough to show my stomach, which is something I have not done in a very long time. And I finally feel like I have a character and a wig that actually looks pretty good on me. This time I feel a bit goofy, but I felt really confident in this wig. I felt so confident, in fact, that my stage walk was absolutely ridiculous. I had been pre-planning some poses, which I did struggle with because, I mean, I don't know how I want to pose with Rumi without dancing. But then I go on stage.
We have Sylvan Cosplay as Rumi from K-pop Demon Hunters.
My little poses, you know, I thought the first one was fine. She's fierce, she's looking great. And then the next one, I'm like, you know what, let's do a little like movement, like, oh, look at me, I'm an awesome singer, don't I look cute? And then the last one, I'm like, ooh, I'm going to do another fierce pose, so let's do that. And then I just danced sort of off the stage. I don't know why I did that, but I was really feeling it, and I was just like, this is awesome. And I was hyped up on adrenaline, and I did that, so that is what I did. We unfortunately just didn't get everyone that walked on, and afterwards it was the awards ceremony, which was incredibly long, and I do have the full video of this, which I will post separately. But I did not win anything. As I said, it was incredibly expected. It felt so amazing to see cosplayers that I knew had been competing for a while. A couple I even judged before. It was amazing to see them take home prizes and have all of their hard work appreciated. I was so happy and cheering so loudly for everyone. But unfortunately, towards the end, I actually was feeling incredibly ill and I had to leave. I have no idea if there was anything I was supposed to do after this. I just went back to the hotel and went to sleep. It still didn't hit me that I was coming down with a cold yet. So I went back to the vendor hall on Sunday, made a few purchases, and we actually went home, I think, just after noon. I cut it early because my energy level was so incredibly low. But I will show you some of the things that I picked up. So this is what I got from completing the quest with the french fries. It's a little peaky decal. I also... This is Bea, my little baby girl. She's very happy we're home. I found these adorable stickers, which I don't think she gave me I don't know who these are from. I think I have a photo somewhere of the shop, so if I have that, I'll make sure to include it. But look how absolutely adorable these are. This one of my favorites. Gorgeous derpy and sussy print from Ainsu. I'm sure you can all tell that I am incredibly obsessed with K-pop Demon Hunters, especially after this weekend, but Derpy is absolutely my favorite character, and I love Sussy, but Derpy's amazing. So I got this print, and then they also had these metallic cards. They had this in a larger one, but I loved the size of this, and I got it with a little stand, so that's going to go on my work desk. I also found another artist. Oh, no, wait. This is not by Ainsu. Pitch Gold, which makes sense because it's down there. That card belongs with this print, which is stunning. I am always in love with prints that have metallic foil, but I love the patterns that are cutting across this. But this is my one and only Rumi print. And then I also got this beautiful free run. I honestly should have gotten this in a larger size, but I am going to run out of wall space. This illustration. There we go. But she's absolutely stunning. Is anyone else obsessed with these little Polaroid type cameras? I bought one just so I could take selfies with them, but I actually really love the way that this Rumi photo came out. It feels very vintage. But we've got these are all my guesting appearances. MomoCon 2024, MegaCon 2025, GalaxyCon St. Louis 2025. This isn't a guesting, but she's gonna go right up there. Holmat 2025. And then I got to take home my lovely Christmas cold from Holmat and spend Christmas week under the weather, which is not the best way to enjoy your Christmas. But I did have a great holiday, and I hope everyone else had great holidays. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe for more content from me, and I will see you in my next video.